Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rechakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, the great millstone, who rule well and teach well. Peace and salutations unto all the Akim, you brothers preaching this word in truth and in sincerity across the four corners of the earth. And shalom unto the hopeful elect, you sincere believers scattered wherever you may be. This is going to be a response to the Elder Ayash's video he had did over an article of essentially a couple that is Doomsday prepping and going into their items that they have and what people should be stocking up on, whatever the case may be. And as the elder hit on, in reality, whether they know it or not, those goods aren't going to save them in the times to come. You know, the only way up out of this thing that we're going to be in, which that thing being Jacob's trouble and the hell that's going to be playing upon this earth, mainly in America, right, with the famine, martial law, things of that nature, the chip. When all hell breaks loose, man, if you don't have your Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and really, if you're not of the elect, it's raps, you see. And as the elder was bringing out, you know what I'm saying, it is wise to have these things, but you flaunting it or putting it up for people to see, you're making yourself a target, you know. And again, we mainly put our faith and hold trust in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The goods is like an extra add-on, you know, not to knock brothers that do maybe stocking up on these particular things or have, you know, water, different essentials, things like that. But we know the Lord is going to make a way for us, man, you see. But for these people out here that have the pride on them to where they think they're going to be untouchable and they're all prepped up and, you know, ready to go, they're mistaken, man, because, hey, the Lord can have it to where a lot of these preppers, a lot of these people that are, quote-unquote, prepared for anarchy, they could perish and just for the elect to roll up on the stash, you know, because the Lord, we don't know how he's going to do it, but we know it's going to be miraculous how he's going to keep his, you see. But let's go into these precepts. This is 2nd Ezra 16, and I'll start at 40. I'll start at 39. It says, "Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side." And we're seeing the buildup. Right, we're seeing the buildup and different plagues already happening upon the earth. You know what I'm saying? These natural, quote unquote, natural disasters. The different things that are coming down the pipe with Trump and his wicked administration. You know, it's really the elites calling the shots, but, you know, the pestilences that pass and are still brewing up. Right, so these are the different sorrows, the different mournings and woe that the Lord is bringing upon the earth, because his people and people of the earth been dwelling in great pride. And what it say, they're going to be dwelling in torments. And one of the torments that's coming is the famine. And we'll jump to that as well, Lord willing. But it says, 2nd Ezra 16 and 40, "O my people, hear my word." And who's his people? The Israelites. That's the only people of the Lord. So really this message, while we still give the message of judgment unto the heathen, really salvation is only for the Israelites, and out of the Israelites, his elect that are predestined. Continuing on, though, it says, "Make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth." All right. And that word pilgrim, let's grab it real quick. I'm curious. Damn. Yep. That's funny. Call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It says, a person traveling to a holy place as a penance or to discharge some vow or religious obligation or seeking some miracle or spiritual benefit. Man, if that ain't heavy, I don't know what is. That's mighty. You know, because spiritually, we're trying to travel to that holy place, man, be in the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? Seeking the kingdom of heaven. We're not looking to be stuck here in this carnal world. You know, we want a new heavens and a new earth. And when I say seeking some miracle or spiritual benefit, you know, putting our trust and faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And knowing that miracles are to come. You know, spiritual power. Some men are going to be endowed with that. Continuing on, it says a traveler, generally a wayfarer, pilgrim, crusader, foreigner, stranger. That's basically the point. Okay. And even now, right, not being too attached to this world, not being attached, period, to this world. Using the world as not abusing it and just, you know what I'm saying, passing by, you know, passing through, enduring, you know, praying for that endurance. But it says, 2 Ezra 16:41, he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. Because we know eventually, we know that this isn't the end all be all. And at the snap of a finger, we're willing to give it all up, you know. And we know that in the times to come, we're going to be having to go on the move, some brothers, right? Some brothers may be rounded up and put into concentration camps for a trial of faith. We don't know. However, we do know that, all this shit here is temporal. It says 2 Ezra 16:42, he that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. And therefore they that labor in vain. Even those people that may be stocking up. Who's to say that they're going to be around to utilize them goods? You know. Verse 46, though, is the point. For strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children. And a good watch. We're directed from the Elder Makama to get our eyes on 40 acres, or it might be 40 acre. But you could, I don't know if you could stream it. Maybe you could find it online. But some of my brothers, we had to rent it on Prime Video. But it was an excellent watch because it goes into the times that we're coming into, man, with Jacob's trouble, the cannibalism, right? These people are going to be bugged out of their minds when, their houses are spoiled, when there's lack of food, lack of bread, when there's when their families' lives are endangered, and they can't have access to their meds, to their drugs. It's going to be chaos. And some children, what they say, and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children. They're going to look at them as a choice meal, you know. This is why we have to be prayed up, because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Don't get me wrong, you probably, Lord, to make it to where you have to use that weapon, you know. But the Lord, what it say in Psalms 144? The Lord teaches our let me just grab it. Psalms 144 and 1. A psalm of David. Blessed be the Lord Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushai, my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer, my shield and he in whom I trust, who subdueth my people under me. Because we know that victory, it comes from the Lord. It comes from the Lord. You could be the machoest man ever. Just like David and Goliath, and you'll still get put to death over somebody who, quote unquote, may be beneath you. But that's because that man was a man of the Lord. He feared the Lord, and the Lord was on his side. So for his elect, we're gonna be all right, man. Lord's will, we be of that number. So anything that I wanted, that was basically it there. It goes into it more also, but let's jump to 2 Ezra 15 and 48. It says, yeah, is this the one I wanted? Bear with me. No, this is it, 57. Yeah, this is it. Barakatah Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, this is... I'll start at 46 and I'll jump around. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 46. And thou, Asia, thou art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person. Woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. All right, and that Asia going into, and that extends even into the quote-unquote Middle East. You know, as the Elder Malcolm always brings out, there really no such thing as a Middle East. That was fabricated from the small hats, or the ones that be in power, you know. But has made thyself like unto her, who? Babylon. Has decked thy daughters in whoredom. You know, they picked up on the philosophies, on the doctrines that America was pushing. All right. It says, thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and inventions. Therefore, saith the Most High, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And what it say? The slain of the Lord shall be many. It's going to be a lot of destruction and death, not only in America, but also in our land as well, Israel. You know, two main targets of the Lord's wrath. And the only thing is, one's going to be built back up again, where his people are going to dwell, the chosen people, the rightful people that are supposed to be there. And the other, America, Babylon the Great, is going to be destroyed and wiped off the map for forever. And no man is going to dwell here ever again. Only creeping things and such. But I'll jump down. Let's go to 56. 2 Ezra 15 and 56. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord, even so shall the Most High do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. All right, so that payback is a B. It says, thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. So the ones that be in the wilderness, so to speak, or like in the these different country sides and plains, and right, those that aren't in the cities and such, because the ones in the city, what they say, they're gonna be they're gonna fall through the sword, or they're gonna perish in the sword, or with the sword. Shall perish with the sword in the field, and those that be in the mountains, that, you know what I'm saying, ducked off, they're gonna die of famine. They're gonna die of hunger. They're gonna eat their own flesh. May even eat part of themselves. You never know. But that's what's coming, you know? And that's the thing. It's a balance, though, because some people are going to have that. They're going to receive that fate, especially the heathen who have no, you know what I'm saying, parts of saving. But even our people may be caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? The 2/3, the wicked of our people. But for the elect, we're going to be taken care of. This is Proverbs 10. It's a lot here. My phone has been bugging. This is Proverbs 10:1. It says, I'll start at 1. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish son is the heaviness of his mother. Treasures of wickedness profiteth nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. So these people that may have treasure, right? Treasure going into, you could say, the goods that they have, that's hid up, stored up, it's not going to profit to anything. You know, but those that are sincerely fearing and seeking the Lord, having faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that's going to be I'll say a catalyst, but basically that fear, man, is going to keep them. All right. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. You know, let's say that, let me grab it real quick because I'm butchering it. It's escaping me. The fear, yeah, I was about to say it backwards. It's Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. See, that's our treasure, is having the fear of the Lord, knowing that he's behind all the madness, so to speak. But for these people, their treasures is in materialistic or carnal things that you can actually touch or feel or grab, whatever. They put their faith and their trust in that, and it's not going to profit. You know, but for us, having the fear, the true fear, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and then suffering now, Lord willing, we're going to be kept in. We're crying now, we're going to be laughing later. But this is Proverbs 10:3. It says, the Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he casteth away the substance of the wicked. In the NLT, the Lord will not let the godly go hungry, but he refuses to satisfy the craving of the wicked. And what it say? His servants shall eat, his servants shall drink. So, you know, while it's scary times we're coming into, and while, you know what I'm saying, the flesh doesn't want to go through the things that we're going through now and things to come, know that the Lord is going to make a way, and we have to trust in his word. He said he's not going to let the godly go hungry, and we have to have faith in that, even if it may be a day, 2, 3, 4 days you go without eating. Have faith that the Lord is eventually going to feed you, and you're gonna be satisfied. All right, let's go to 2 Ezra 2. Hold faith, hold fast, because we truly have nothing to be worried about. 2 Ezra 2:27. It says, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. So think about that. Like when people are going to dying, scratching, clawing, looking for food, you know, crying that they lost their loved ones, weeping and sorrowful. On the flip, his elect is going to be merry. We're going to be laughing at destruction. It says, the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord. My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell. The Lord can make it to where he has a force field, force shield around you and yours. That you be protected from all these different evils. Hell, he may have, and let's grab it. You may be traveling with a pack, a pack of some animals, a pack of dogs, a pack of wolves. He could make it to where, right? Because we're gonna be in league with the beasts of the field, loosely paraphrasing. You may have a lion that escaped from the zoo. Here it is. The Lord put a spirit upon him to be your protection. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you never know. It says with the Most High, all things are possible. And it's beautiful, man. If you really just ponder on, and we don't know, we speculate, but it's gonna be awesome, for lack of better words. And Lord willing, we say all this humbly though, Lord willing, because we don't know necessarily if we're of the elect. We just pray and hope that we are. We pray and hope that we're written within the story to get the victory. Okay. But I'll end with this. This is Proverbs 19:23. It says, the fear of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, tendeth to life, and he that hath it shall abide satisfied. Going into that fear again. He shall not be visited with evil. But as for the other folk, even those preppers, even the Doomsday preppers, they're going to be visited with evil because they ain't have the fear of the Lord. The Lord wasn't in all their thoughts. If anything, they casted his words behind them, and trusted within themselves or a different God. But what's that going to amount to? Death. Hey, so with that, again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, Lord willing is edifying, and very much exhorting unto you. Again, I want to give all praises, all Salakia, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Again, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, Shalom, Wa, Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abba Soon.